Hello once again. Welcome to yet another video. This is White Collar Forex Academy, the home of professional trading. And in this episode of 7 years of trading lessons, I'll be teaching you guys how to develop a profitable strategy, right? So this is the same strategy that I and my team use to trade the market, and it's the strategy I've been using for the past 4 years. This is a strategy that changed my trading when I discovered it. So everything else I just added to it to just make it more powerful. For example, the EMAs I added myself just to make entries and change in trend much simpler. So, but apart from that, the basis of the strategy is, like I say, it's like I always say, it's price structure and supply and demand. So, yeah, I'll just be going over not rules, but four components of a profitable strategy based on my personal strategy. So, let's get into the charts, guys. So, at number one, we have rules of analysis, right? How do you identify direction? Basically, number two, entry rules. Number three, how to set um, stop loss and take profit. Basically, when to enter and when to exit, right? Number four, confluence, right? So, what tools or what factors do I consider as confluence to help me to make the strategy even more powerful, basically, to make me more confident in taking trades and my overall decision making and psychology in trading, right? So let's get into the first point. So analysis, right? So when I open the charts, the first thing that I want to personally see is price structure. There must be some form of price structure. For example, here we have this was where price topped out, and then price failed to give us a higher high. So instead, it gave us a low and then a lower high, right? So immediately when I see this, right, I know that price is indeed moving down, right? Price is about to be in a downtrend. So what do I then do with this information, right? Because my strategy is based on supply and demand, and at these lower highs is where we plot our supply zones. What I will then do is I will plot my supply zone at the newly formed lower high, right? So this is our lower high here. And then that's basically my rules of um, analysis, how I then determine direction, right? So let's move on to what then happens in terms of entry after I've spotted direction, right? Now that I know that price is going down, right? What I look for is a test of the zone that I just plotted, but I do not enter on the same um, time frame that I analyze. So my team and I use a three time frame system where we have our higher time frame for direction, and then we have a lower time frame that we use for entry, right? So now that I spotted the zone, and like as you can see, it was tested, what we then do, we'll go down to a smaller time frame, right? So let's go to a smaller time frame, go back to that zone and look for where it was tested. So this is where price tested the zone, right? So what do we then look for, right? So what we'll look for at the test of the zone is a strong move breaking previous structure. As you can see, price here broke this previous structure right here, right? As you can see, there's the arrow, and there's where price um previously topped out. That was the last low that price formed, and it was taken out by this strong move here. And then what we then do, we then wait for a test of that strong move, right? So this move will also leave a zone, guys. Let me just put it that way rather. It'll leave a zone also. And then I think I should change the color of this zone, just so you know. So this is a zone within a zone. This is a smaller time frame zone within a higher time frame zone, right? There we go. Oh, sorry guys, sorry about that. Let's just quickly go back. Oh, okay, this is giving me some trouble. But you guys do get the basic idea of this, right? Just change the color to um, green, right? That's our entry zone. And what happened? Price tested that zone, as you guys can see, and we had a drop. So you would be in the sell this whole time, basically, right? So just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, and this is not just random information, that is just hindsight. Let's do the same process again on a different zone this time. So as price progresses, right, we got another zone right there. This is another zone. Just remove that. This is another zone. Like I said, we get zones from what? From lower highs. This was a zone right there. And what do? We go to the lower time frame, look for entry. Here's our zone, and here is the test of our zone. What do we then look for? We look for a strong break of previous structure on the lower time frame with a strong move. Here it is. This move right here within the test broke previous structure with a strong move. As you can see also here, sorry about that. This was the last low formed. This strong move took it out. And then what next? We wait for a test of the lower time frame zone that was formed by the strong move, right? Here's our very large low time frame zone. And then basically, guys, rinse and repeat. Same thing again. You'd be in the trade from here all the way down, basically. So that is now our entry time frame, right? So in terms of um our stop loss and take profits. So you're probably wondering, how do we then set that? Um, the reason we use the lower time frame as entry is because we want to make sure that our stop loss is tight as possible, is as small as can be, right? So that you risk less but maximize your profits. So for example, let's say our stop loss was above this zone here, and then we entered just at the test here, and we didn't consider any lower time frame entries. Do you see how wide that stop loss is? And mind you, this is the the weekly, so that is a that's a very wide and unrealistic stop loss in my opinion. So that's why we would rather go to the lower time frame. And let me just show you the difference that that will make for us in terms of stop loss and how tight it is. So let's go back to the zone, the lower time frame zone that we tested. So now this is where we would enter, right, as a test of that lower time frame zone, and our stop loss would be above that strong move that took out previous structure, right? So there. Now let's look at this on the weekly. Do you see the difference? So the stop loss is not as wide as it was before. It's almost half, if not more, than what it would be if we considered only the higher time frame for our stop loss placement, right? So in terms of um, exit point, our TP. Our TP, because we entered at this test of the supply zone, which was the previous higher low, I mean lower low, lower high, sorry, the previous lower high, we enter here. So our take profit would be here at the previous lower low that was formed, right? So we'd enter there and then exit right. Let me just show you. We enter here and exit here, right? Here we would enter here and exit here. So you enter at the zone and exit at the previous lower low formed. Basically, so we are trading from zone to zone. That's how I like to explain it and simplify it, that we are moving from zone to zone, basically. So in terms of confluence factors, we we use the EMAs, as you can see on the screen. We use our EMAs to then enter our trade. So when we wait for this pattern, right? When we wait for this entry pattern, the strong move needs to um, clear previous structure and also pierce our EMAs, basically, right? So as you can see, price did clear previous structure right there with this strong move right here. And also it pierced all our EMAs, basically. So, and then tested and then we entered, right? So we used EMAs as a form of confluence to help us take trades confidently. So we also do use trend lines as confluence, but not so much. I personally don't use them. I just focus on price structure really. So we would use them to just, join the different points as price progresses, just to make sure that we are indeed in a downtrend or whatever. But I don't really see the necessity of using a trend line because we already understand the basis of what moves the markets. So yeah, guys, this is basically how we trade. This is a very simple strategy, but very powerful. So this is the things that you need to build a profitable strategy. You need rules for analysis, rules for entry, rules for exit, and placing your stop loss, and also you need confluence factors, right? So if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to comment how many years you've been in the Forex industry, right? So if you guys love the value that I provide on in my videos, rather you can also follow me on Facebook where I drop some Forex value on a daily basis, right? So my Facebook is Euro USD King. So it's Euro USD space King. And yeah, I will attach a screenshot of my Facebook profile on the screen and also leave a link to my Facebook um, page where you can just get in contact with me and just engage with me. So yeah, this has been a very productive video, I believe, guys. Like I said, if you do want to be in contact with me, you know what to do. This is White Collar Forex, the home of professional trading, guys. It's been amazing, and I'm out.